When this video is on greatest common factor, factoring, and reduction. So what we need to do is we have to look at the numbers, we have to look at the letters, and we have to decide what can we pull out that it's in all of them. So I see an x squared, an x, and then no x. So that would mean that I cannot pull out an x. However, I have a 4, a 16, and a 4, so I can pull out a 4. So my answer has to be B. 4 times x squared is 4x squared. 4 times 4x is 16x. 4 times -1 is -4. Okay, Yun was trying to factor 7x squared minus 14x. He found the greatest common factor of these terms was 7x and made an area model. What is the width of Yun's area model? So 7x times what? That would be x. And then we need a negative sign, so it's going to have to be minus. And then 7 times 2 would give me 14, and we already have the x. So for this one, which expression is a result of factoring the expression below, taking out the greatest common terms? So right away we see that they both have an x squared, which is 2x's, and an x. So we can definitely plot an x, and all of them do. For a 10 and a 50, we know we can definitely pull out 10. So we're going to be having 10x. So the answer has to be A or D. If you do 10x times x squared, you would get x to the third. So it's not D. So the answer is A. 10x times x is 10x squared. 10x times 5 is 50x. Okay, for this one, it's like the one we did earlier. They found out the greatest common factor was 5. We need to figure out the width. So 5 times what gives me 10? That's 2. We need x squared. So what we want to do is put x and then press this AB key and then put a 2. And then you press the right arrow to go down. Now we need a minus 5, so we need a negative. This would be a negative. To get a 5, it would be a 1. And then finally, we need a 15, so that would be a positive, and then we would need a 3. So 5 times 2x squared is 10x squared. 5 times -1. I would have gotten this wrong because I would then need also an x here. That's why you double check. And then 5 times 3 is 15. So we needed -1x to get -5x. Always check your work. All right, so we see 6x squared minus 3x plus 12. There is no x with the 12, so we can pull out only a number. So it can't be A and it can't be D. Now there's a 3, so factors of 3 are not 6. So factors of 3 are only 1 and 3. So the answer has to be C. 3 times 2 is 6x squared. 3 times -3 is -3x. 3 times 4 is 12. Okay, so we need 6 times what to get 6x squared? That would mean we need an x. We press the AB key, 2. So that's x squared. And then we need a minus 18, so it's going to be 6 times a negative 3. So 6 times x squared is 6x squared. 6 times -3 is -18. So we look at this, we can't pull out any x's. We could pull out 2 and we can pull out 4, but the greatest would be 4. So we have to see which one works. So 4 times 3x would only be 12x. So we need to do this one. 3 times 4 is 12. We have x squared, which is what we want, and 4 times 2 is 8. And one more of these. The greatest common factor is 4. How do we get a 6? We have to multiply by 3. But then we also need the x squared. So x, AB, squared, right arrow. How do we get a 10? 2 times +5 would give me 10. So hopefully this video helps you with greatest common factor, factoring, and reduction. Thank you.